Greetings from Columbia, South Carolina, and welcome in to the Colonial Life Arena as the 5th-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks, undefeated at 4-0, host the South Carolina Upstate Spartans and their 3-2 record. Hello, everybody. I am Birch Entley along with Khadijah Sessions. Thanks for joining us on basketball night in South Carolina. The Gamecocks have been a powerhouse so far, Khadijah. They've got a good blend of those very talented freshmen with some veterans as well. South Carolina, their average margin of victory right at 35 points tonight. It could be pretty dangerous for Upstate.
Well, South Carolina's playing really well right now. They had a couple big victories leading up to this game. The freshmen are playing well. The vets are leading them. So just interested to see what they're going to do here tonight.
One of those freshmen, Zaya Cook, leading the way as far as points scored. And then you've got Kiki Herbert-Harrigan right behind her. But let's take a look at Zaya Cook and what she is so deadly at, and that's the outside shooting.
Zaya Cook is a really good freshman. She's living up to her height. She's finding her ways through the defense and really getting acclimated with the college level basketball game, man. I'm really excited to see what she does throughout the season. Meanwhile,
Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, this is her year as far as her final year of being a Gamecock, and she's really making the most of it.
Kiki's leading. She's a senior. She's a vet. She's played with Asia Wilson, one of the best post players to come through South Carolina. She knows the role. She knows how to win, and she's doing a really great job at just playing hard on both ends of the floor.
21 points for Kiki in her last outing against Appalachian State. A couple of block shots as well. And Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, the senior for South Carolina, she and Taisha Harris, the only two players on this team that are holdovers from that national championship season back in 2017. As you see the numbers for Micaiah Herbert-Harrigan, Sunday versus Appalachian State, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 block shots. And this is new to us. South Carolina starting not in a tip-off situation. We're starting this ball game with free throws because USC Upstate, prior to the game, assessed a technical foul because the numbers on the jerseys do not contrast enough. I asked our referee, Michael McConnell, if that's the first time he's ever called that personally. He said, yes, it is. The numbers look A-okay to me, but apparently not to somebody, and that is an NCAA infraction. So we start off with South Carolina ahead 2-0, and you cannot get off the bus if you're a USC Upstate already spotting South Carolina a lead.
I know, just coming in playing the number 5 team in the country, that's tough. Coming in giving up 2 early free throws, but right there off the tip-off, South Carolina turns the ball over on the first possession.
Yeah, it's the issue that the numbers don't contrast enough with South Carolina's numbers, or because they're black with white outline is USC Upstate, and this is not their first road game.
Right. I'm just a little confused about what happened there.
Well, if I'm head coach Tammy George, I guess I'm calling the manufacturer or calling whoever it is that they have the contract with and say, take them back, send us something new. Because we just can't start every road game with
right.
a 2-0 deficit.
I wonder if they wore these uniforms before.
Well, this is not their first road game, and they took a loss actually on both of their road games. East Carolina 69-48 and Jacksonville 87-43. So there is Boston inside for Carolina. And boy, what a season for this freshman, Aliyah Boston. Yes, it's early, but the numbers that she has put up is just staggering.
She's very calm. She communicates on defense. Matter of fact, she communicates on both ends of the floor. She works hard. She's a really good shot blocker. And that's why South Carolina is the number 1 shot blocking team in the country right now, starting with Aliyah Boston and her partner, Kiki Herbert-Harrigan.
Yeah, 31 blocks between those two. There's Zaya Cook coming up with a turnover forced by USC Upstate. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan whips it over to Cook. Now Kiki wants a three-pointer straight away. Not there. Loose ball is going to be taken away by USC Upstate, ripped out of the hands of Bree Bill. Off and running Brianna Lewis, blocked away, and there's Kiki Herbert-Harrigan.
Wow. I mean, that's an incredible block. But I think she got it with the body a little bit right there. Before she touched the ball, she did get it with a little body. I thought that was a great push by the senior point guard, Brianna Lewis.
When you're a prolific shot blocker, we talked about this before the broadcast, Khadijah, as that falls in for Brianna Lewis. The referees know who you are, and they're going to watch every block that you do to make sure you're not in there with the body.
Right, they're going to watch every move, every motion of your body when you're a good shot blocker. And right there, they made the right call because the body hit the offensive person first before the shot block.
Bree Bill now to Cook. Carolina with a 4-2 lead. Kiki going baseline, puts it up and in. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan will go to the line.
A very strong take. Kiki's dangerous because she can shoot the ball as well as take you off the dribble and finish plays just like she's doing. USC Upstate has to do a better job in their zone finding Kiki Herbert-Harrigan and Aliyah Boston.
Old-fashioned three-point play is good for Kiki Herbert-Harrigan as South Carolina takes a 5-point lead, 7-2 here early in the first. Brianna Lewis, the point guard out of Chicago, Illinois, averaging 15 points per game, the 5'3" senior. Gets away with a carry, and
South Carolina defense.
That's going to be a back over and back situation.
South Carolina defense is very, very good this season. From the guard play, from the post play, and then once you come in from the bench, it still stays the same. You have more intensity coming off the bench defensive-wise, in my opinion.
Ty Harris to inbound. Zaya Cook wide open three, right side. And there's the rebound and the putback for Aliyah Boston.
She gets the rebound and keeps it high, so high that you have no chance to really dictate her shot.
Slapped away, but rehandled by Brianna Lewis.
She's being hounded by South Carolina's defense and that pressure.
Rebound for Popwell, Riley Popwell, the 5'11" junior out of Union Mills in Indiana.
And right there, you have two blocks right there already. The first one by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan and then the second one by Aliyah Boston. I think people have to do a better job with their scouts against them. Maybe give them 1 or 2 pump fakes or something because this team is on it.
31 block shots between those two coming into this game. And for Aliyah Boston, she's got 20 block shots of her own through 4 games. To give you some perspective, USC Upstate, they've got 24 block shots as a team through 5 games.
Boston. Just look at Aliyah Boston work. It was 4 USC Upstate defenders in the paint, and she still sprints down the floor. Meanwhile, you still have guards coming up the floor, and you have your post players sprinting up the floor and giving you second chance opportunities.
And Boston is talking her whole way down as well. You know, she is amazing at the communication that she is doing, and she is just a freshman.
She never stops talking, and she's going to be really special for years to come for this program.
She is very, very confident. She knows her game. She has said, you know, if she works hard enough, she will leave with better numbers than Asia Wilson. And, you know, I don't think it's fair to compare her to Asia Wilson. I think she's going to be an elite Aliyah Boston.
Right. I think she's going to be her own superstar here. Asia Wilson was a superstar and still is a superstar, but I'm going to put Aliyah Boston in her own category. She's different. She brings different things to the game that Asia Wilson, you know, didn't bring to the game. But Asia Wilson brings her own dynamic to this game as well. So I just really look forward to seeing what she can do throughout the years here at South Carolina.
Bree Bill with a bucket on the other side for Carolina, 13-2. Gamecocks with the lead. South Carolina started this ball game with a 2-0 lead with no time on the clock because of a technical foul assessed before the game to USC Upstate for a uniform violation.
That's already 2 block shots for Aliyah Boston.
The numbers for Boston, what an early impact she is having. The only Gamecock to score double figures in every game this season. Nearly 13 points per contest. Here's Bree Bill. Bill on a fast break. And she'll lay it in, Bree Bill, with 4 consecutive points for Carolina. And we've got a timeout on the floor as South Carolina is starting to run away. 15-2, your lead. Welcome back to Columbia, where South Carolina, the 5th-ranked Gamecocks, leading USC Upstate 15-2, and Aliyah Boston already making her presence known in this ball game early, as Aliyah with 6 points already, 2 rebounds for the freshman from St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Just a hard worker in the post. Boy, it is hard to get anything around that young lady. And, we were talking, Khadijah Sessions, about the comparison between her and Asia Wilson. Well, we've gone back, we've taken a look at Asia Wilson's first 5 games as a Gamecock, her freshman season. Now, granted, she was coming off the bench then, but she had 48 points total. Aliyah Boston, 51. 25 rebounds for Asia, 31 for Aliyah Boston. But here's the disparity. 5 block shots for Asia Wilson, 20 for Boston. And you say, okay, well, Birch, what is the level of competition? All right, here you go. That was Asia Wilson playing Southern Cal, Clemson, San Diego State, and Wisconsin. Boston playing Alabama State, 5th-ranked Maryland on the road, Dayton on the road, and Appalachian State, and now USC Upstate.
I mean,
so it's pretty similar.
That's pretty similar, pretty close.
Except when you take the block shots into equation.
I mean, the block shots, sets it different. Aliyah's defensive presence. She's a defensive presence. Asia Wilson, being and playing alongside her, Asia Wilson, she's not she'll tell you she's not a fan of defense. She don't really care for it. She plays it. She has to. But, she's a monster offensively. Asia Wilson is probably one of the greatest players I've ever played with, and is going to play this game in general. She's going to go down for the Hall of Fame. And, I think Aliyah Boston is going to do the same thing. They bring 2 different views to this game. I don't like comparing them too much because they're 2 different players, and they bring 2 different things to Coach Staley's South Carolina team when they did have it.
Ty Harris on that pass to Bree Bill. Did you see Ty Harris flash a smile right there before she initiated that pass?
Yes. They're trying to get that little connection going on between the 2 of them.
So Ty Harris, the senior to inbounds for Carolina, leading 15-2, 5:33 remaining here in the first. Checking in for Upstate, number 23, Lillian Flantos out of Lumberton, North Carolina. She's a 5'11 freshman, taking the place of 5'3 diminutive senior Brianna Lewis. A couple of fouls for Brianna, so she'll have to take a seat. Also on for the Spartans, number 32. That's Natalie Panofnik. She is from Poland and transferred into the program from Casper College in Casper, Wyoming.
Upstate has to find some offensive points, and I wouldn't say too much in a half-court set because South Carolina's defense is so good in half-court. They have to find something in transition, maybe get a defensive rebound and push in transition and get things going like that, because South Carolina defense is really bothering them in their half-court right now.
Good hustle by Bree Bill. Possession arrow favors South Carolina, so it's USC basketball with the lead, 15-2 here in the first. Bill passes left. Ty Harris, that's knocked away. Poked out of there by Michaela Gibbons, 5'11 junior out of Troutman, North Carolina. Here's Zaya Cook. Gamecocks trying to work inside to Victoria Saxton. And that's off Victoria and out of bounds to Upstate.
South Carolina with the full court pressure.
Timberlake puts up a shot, not there. Rebound is Bree Bill. Bree Bill, the team's leading rebounder for Carolina, coming in with 8.5 rebounds per game as Saxton lays it in.
Bree Bill is one of those freshmen, one of these freshmen that came in with the #1 recruiting class here in South Carolina. She's a really big guard, and I think I want to compare her to Alicia Gray a little bit. She's a big guard. She rebounds. Alicia Gray rebounds the basketball as well as Bree Bill. She's capable of hitting 3-point shots, and she's a really good finisher at the basket. And that right there was great team basketball between the two, and you see that chemistry between, you know, your senior point guard and your freshman guard, Bria Bill. So that's a great sign right there, the connection between those two.
Gamecocks on a 15-0 run here. It would have been just as easy for Bree to lay that in off the left hand. It was even more difficult, I think, to have that little skip pass to give it back to the senior.
Very unselfish play, and that's what you love to see on your basketball team. It's an unselfish basketball play, and that's what Bree Bill just did right there with Tyesha Harris.
Bill will take a seat, get a rest here as the Gamecocks bring on Destiny Henderson. This may be the deepest team Dawn Staley has had.
I agree. I think this is the deepest team she has, and when she makes a sub, nothing really changes. Defense stays the same, and I think, you know, speed as well. You know, having Bria Bill go to the bench, a bigger guard, and you bring in a smaller guard like Destiny Henderson to put pressure on your point guards and disrupt. She's very fast, can bring different dynamic to the offensive game for South Carolina. So South Carolina, I think this is definitely the deepest team we've seen for under Dawn Staley.
Two post players on this formation is Victoria Saxton and Amahir, and Saxton can also play a guard situation as well. She's just a good combo player. Right side, Zaya Cook, pump fake spinning. Dishes out Henderson. Now Amahir knocks it down.
And that's what, you know, that's what LA brings to the game. She can shoot the basketball from deep. She can take one dribble, pull up. She can get to the basket and finish. She's really, really talented.
Letitia Amahir, who was not part of this team over the weekend in the matchup against Appalachian State because she was playing for Team Canada in their pre-Olympic qualifying.
Which is well deserving, you know. You have to go represent your country.
I mean, that's a good problem to have if you're Dawn Staley. When one of your freshmen can't play, you give her a hall pass so she can go play with her national team.
Right.
And that's her first three-pointer of the season for Letitia, as Carolina ahead by 20 now, 2:37 to play here in the first. Rebound collected by USC Upstate, so they'll keep it alive. But then it's taken away by Henderson in South Carolina, and here comes Destiny to lay it in. No, it will not fall, and it's Upstate basketball. Jada Logan. Logan from Rutherfordton, North Carolina, 5'8" freshman. Rebound will go to Upstate. Gamecock basketball. 22-2 is the lead. 22-2, 2:04 to play here in the first. Carolina getting 2 points before the clock even started off of free throws because of a uniform violation, a technical foul assessed. First time we have ever seen that. All the basketball that you have played, Khadijah Sessions, all the basketball that you have been around.
Right.
Have you ever seen a uniform violation?
I've never seen that, especially on this level.
Yes.
I didn't even think it was possible for it to happen.
Because the numbers do not contrast.
Right. Victoria Saxton is great tape. She has incredible, athletic ability. She's probably the most improved player on this team coming from last year, offensively wise. You know what you're going to get out of her, probably energy wise, as far as rebounding and the hustle. But putting the ball in the basket offensively, I've seen a tremendous difference in her game this season offensively.
And she was chosen one of two team captains. The other is Ty Harris. So that's saying a lot, you know, that her teammates making that decision.
Right. Sometimes the captain is also a leader that leads by example, and I'm sure she got that role because she's leading by example, always working hard, probably always giving 110% in practice, and that's what you look for in your captains. You want to have a captain like that. And there's Aliyah Boston. I mean, Burst, the kid can play.
Yeah.
She can play. She's smart, and it is, you know, even though Upstate does not have a really tall post player, or she still is doing the little things that you're supposed to do as a post player to get the job done on the offensive end.
8 points already, 4 rebounds. make it 9 points. She could have a double-double before halftime.
I believe she might get close to that. Just being that Upstate team is so small, and her activity on the floor at all times is probably going to allow her to get close to a double-double almost every single basketball game this season.
Maya Timberlake with a three-pointer for Upstate. 4th of the year for Maya. She's now 4 of 11 from downtown. 27-5, Carolina leading. 1:01 remaining here in the first. Gamecocks will inbounds with Destiny Henderson pulling the trigger. Henderson, Cook, Lily Grissett, Saxton, and Boston on the floor for Carolina. And there's a three-pointer for the Gamecocks.
Upstate has to find some flow in their offense.
Good shot for Jada Logan as she gets that to fall over Aliyah Boston.
It's a great shot, seeing that the shot block is running at you full speed.
30-7 the score now. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first. Grissett will pass off to Henderson. Henderson slowing down the tempo. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cook over to Henderson for three. Henderson, yes, count it. She gets the shooter's bounce. South Carolina almost forcing a turnover here before the whistle blows. But Upstate will get the bucket. Oh. And that's going to do it for the first as South Carolina out to a big lead as expected over USC Upstate. They're ahead of the Spartans 33-9. 33-9, South Carolina all over USC Upstate after 1 quarter of play. And for the Gamecocks, Aliyah Boston, the freshman, already with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 of 5 shooting from the floor. Tammy George in her 15th season as the Upstate head coach, 186 wins for Coach George. She's been a head coach for 16 seasons overall. And 15 of those up in Spartanburg, taking Upstate to several NCAAs back when they were a Division II program, and she is their all-time leader in victories at USC Upstate. Out of the Big South Conference. And Dawn Staley, in her 12th season, 276 wins. That's 12 seasons as a head coach for the Gamecock. 20th season overall, and if she gets the win tonight, she will have a cool 450 career wins.
That's pretty impressive.
Kiki Herbert-Harrigan with the bucket, so it's 35-9 Carolina. Taken away by the Gamecocks. Henderson.
South Carolina defense with this bucket by Lily Grissett. That's already 8 South Carolina Gamecock players already on the board.
Wow. We saw in the season opener against Alabama State, every single Gamecock on that roster touching the floor, and every single one of them scoring. Aliyah Boston for Carolina, 4 games, all 4 games she has double-digit scoring. Zaya Cook, 3 of those 4 games, double-digit scoring. Here's a resume for Coach Staley, going for her 450th career win. 12th season as the Gamecocks head coach, 277 wins there. And how about this, 132 consecutive weeks in the AP Top 25. That's like Michael Jackson's Thriller. You know, that's just amazing. That many weeks in a row that she's had her team in the top 25.
That goes to show just how good of a coach Dawn Staley is.
Carolina ahead 37-9. Third foul on Khadijah Moore, the 6-foot freshman out of Greenwood, South Carolina. She is the only South Carolina native on that roster. Played at Emerald High School for the Vikings. Ami here is at the free throw line for Carolina, and Ami here 3 of 6 shooting from the free throw line coming into this game. Rebound Carolina, Lily Grissett. So reset for the Gamecocks. Henderson thought about the 3, pump fake. Now Ty Harris wants it. Misses left rim, but kept alive South Carolina.
Upstate has to do a better job with boxing out South Carolina and not giving them second chance points with the score how it is already.
And Amahir with the bucket easily for Amahir. And she already has 6 points.
I think Upstate's going to, struggle all game with South Carolina's size inside. They're obviously outsized, but they have to do a better job with keeping them out of their comfort zone.
Ty Harris whips it over to Henderson. Henderson wants a 3. And rebound goes to Brianna Lewis in Upstate.
This is where Upstate has to get their points from transition, making stops on the defensive end and pushing the ball. Again, that's a good take by Brianna Lewis, pushing the tempo and getting herself to the stripe to get more points for her basketball team.
That was going to be whistled first one of the night on Ty Harris. So Lewis at the free throw line. She's a good shooter from there. 10 of 17 coming into the game. Makes the score 40-12. And she's good for both. As Bree Bill checks back on for the Gamecocks, Destiny Henderson will get the towel and head over to the sidelines.
Referee showing that he had good hands over there.
Gamecocks, Ty Harris trying to force that pass into Kiki Herbert-Harrigan.
Ty Harris has to do a better job at, protecting the ball. She already has about 3 turnovers in her category, and that's unlikely for Ty Harris. She normally take care of the ball and distribute and get the ball to her teammates.
Three-pointer, Michaela Gibbons off the mark, but the rebound will fall down to Upstate. They'll keep it alive with Catherine Kirkwood. Now Timberlake, short, and it's Kiki Herbert-Harrigan and the Gamecocks. Kiki flips it over to Bree Bill. Now Emma here. Snapped out of bounds to Carolina as Boston will check back on. Emma here will get a rest.
It's a really big lineup right now in for South Carolina. You got Aliyah Boston in, Lily Grissett, Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, and Bria Bill. I believe all over 6 foot with Ty Harris on the floor. I think this is a really big lineup for Coach Staley. This is a really good look. You have Lily Grissett transitioning into a guard, makes her a big guard with Bria Bill. And all of these, all 5 players are capable of dribbling the ball up the floor and hitting 3-point shots, which brings another dynamic to this South Carolina basketball team.
And Boston already now 5 games, all 5 with double-digit scoring. And she has 11, make it 12. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist.
1 steal and 1 block.
Only 1 block.
I think they actually gave Kiki Herbert-Harrigan one of her blocks because I swear she had 2 blocks.
Here's Lewis driving in on Harris. Now we'll pass it out. Timberlake. She hit a 3-pointer earlier, misses there. Rebound Carolina and Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Here's where I've seen the most progress in Kiki Herbert-Harrigan between the last couple of years and this year.
I'm ready to hear what you're going to say, Birch, because I'm thinking
last
I was
year
going to
she
say
would have
that.
gotten a technical foul right there because she would have gotten up and probably would have had some words to say.
I agree. I was thinking that in my head.
I think her emotional intelligence has gone through the roof. And the way she has been able to just kind of temper her emotions.
I mean, that's what you want to see, though. You want to see her grow because I think that's the only thing in her game that she had to, really concentrate on because that attitude, could really hurt you, and especially in the big leagues.
See Boston with another bucket for Carolina. Boston now with 14 points, leading all scorers. 14 points, 4 rebounds. And I think Kiki was putting a lot of pressure on herself her first 3 years at Carolina, and I think maybe now, she's decided to see this game and probably has helped her the way her teammates are, that basketball should be fun first and foremost. So go out there, Kiki, and have a good time and let the game come to you. Don't bring the game to the floor.
Right.
Don't force it. Because we saw Kiki, 4 or 5 times last year. She would get teched up on,
just from a hustle play from the other team.
It was almost like Kiki was thinking the world was against her. But now you can see just the difference between a year ago. Kiki fighting for the rebound, loose ball, loses it there. And 2 fouls on Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. She'll head to the sidelines, take a rest, and Victoria Saxton will be back on for the Gamecocks.
Just brings on another shot blocker.
That's right. Yes, you're exactly right. Saxton, there is no slipping in.
It was one possession about 2 games ago with South Carolina. I think they had about 4 blocks.
Yep.
Was it last game or 2 games ago? I think they had like 4 blocks in one possession. And Victoria Saxton was a part of that.
You cannot leave Aliyah Boston that wide open. She's going to make it count every day.
I'm not sure Upstate did their scouting report because, Aliyah Boston is literally untouched almost every single time down the floor on the offensive end.
Lewis out of control. Saxton comes up with a loose ball for Carolina. It's Gamecock basketball ahead 47-16. Kick out. Zaya Cook launches the 3. There's Boston for a big offensive rebound over 2 Upstate players. Saxton down low, gets her miss, trying to put it back up, and she'll go to the line.
And that's the athletic ability and the connection between Ty Harris and Victoria Saxton on how high to throw the ball, when to throw the ball, because I believe most people wouldn't have threw that pass right there.
47-16, South Carolina ahead. 4:14 remaining until halftime. South Carolina ahead big. The 5th-ranked Gamecocks 47-16 over USC Upstate out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. And Aliyah Boston, she's got as many points as USC Upstate. She's got 16. Upstate with 16. Already career high night for the young freshman Aliyah Boston. She talked about her shot blocking ability and the way she can rebound the basketball, but she just puts herself in position so perfectly to score easy points.
Right. Well, I've been watching her all season. She doesn't force the issue. If she's open, she takes the shot. If she doesn't, most post players are, of her caliber, maybe get down or whine or want the ball, but she's not like that. She just works. She does all the little things, whatever it takes for her team to win. That's what you get out of Aliyah Boston. But today we're getting a lot of scoring. She's 7 for 8 from the field. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and she's rebounding the ball well and also protecting the paint.
At the line, Victoria Saxton misses there. And if you watch Aliyah Boston in warm-ups, you may say, okay, well, she's getting all of her points in the paint. She's getting the easy high percentage shot. She has a mid-range jumper to go along with it.
Oh, she hasn't really took. I've been watching South Carolina all season long. She hasn't took a lot of jump shots, but the 2-3 jump shots she's taken, she's hit. I think she's missed maybe one jump shot all season long so far. She's capable of shooting the ball, and I know, once you get into SEC play, they're going to start paying attention to that. They're going to make her shoot the ball, but she's capable of doing that. That's a big right there by your point guard, Taisha Harris.
Ty Harris burning up the net with a three-pointer. It's 50-16 now. South Carolina 4 of 9 from three-point land. Just 2 of those have sunk for Spartanburg, for the USC Upstate, rather. Here's Lewis in traffic. And there's another rebound for Boston. She's got 7 now. 3 away from a double-double tonight. Oh, what about that pass from Zaya Cook? Unbelievable.
Wow, that was a really good pass by Zaya Cook right there. A no-look pass.
And if you're Bree Beal, you've got to make that one count. And she does. That's the thing about this team so far. As we take another look at Zaya Cook, the chemistry that they have is unbelievable. And I think it's going to carry South Carolina a long way this year. When you make a great play like that, a great pass, you've got to look out for your teammate. You can't let them not have that highlight by you not making that shot. And Bree Beal is there and finishes it just as she should have. And we got timeout on the floor, 52-16. I mean, this is a team that they're going to pick each other up.
This is a very unselfish team. It's great to see. You can tell that they love each other off the floor because of the chemistry they have on the floor. Already 14 assists by the Gamecocks so far.
52-16, Carolina ahead. 2:36 remaining in the half. First foul on Emma here. Letitia is a 6'3" redshirt freshman. Part of that incredible recruiting class that Dawn Staley brought into Columbia. Tops in the country. There's Destiny.
Can she hit 3 from the?
Yes, sir.
That's 3 from the same spot, Birch. She's really setting her feet and knocking down the shot.
Destiny with 16 points, season high for her in her last game against Appalachian State. Destiny right now 4 points.
3 for 4 from 3.
Zaya Cook spins out of traffic. Emma here goes baseline, a little short. Victoria Saxon's there to help her out.
I mean, when you have rebounders and post players like Saxton and Boston and Herbert-Harrigan, it's hard to stop because you have to guard every post player and box them out on this basketball team.
Destiny Henderson with 9 points off the bench. Saxton with 6. Emma here with 6. Coming off the bench, Brissett with 2. And the leading scorer right now, leading all scorers, 7 of 8 shooting. That is Aliyah Boston. And she's got 7 rebounds to go along with it. A couple of block shots, too. We've given her credit of 2 block shots now. Her very first collegiate game, she rides into Columbia and just drops a triple-double. Points scored, rebounds, and block shots. That was against Alabama State. She has scored double digits now every single game this year that South Carolina has played. Gamecock defense right now relentless.
I mean, you see the pressure that the guards are putting on the guards. You know, it's shocking to see those guards putting so much pressure with the shot blocking ability that they have behind them. Sometimes I'm not even going to sit here and play with you, Birch. Sometimes when I got tired, I knew I had Asia Wilson and Elena Coates behind me, and I said, goodbye. I already know what that's going in the stands.
Be a foul whistled on either Harris or Cook. Second foul is going to go on Zaya. Freshman out of Toledo, Ohio. 3 games with double-digit scoring this year for Zaya Cook. She's an amazing passer. We've already seen that here tonight. That no-look pass to Bree Beal.
Kind of reminds you a little bit of Bianca Cuevas-Moore.
Yeah. With
the passing ability, the speed, same number.
And she doesn't take off on defense either.
No. None of these South Carolina guards take off on defense. That's what I was,
Don't say they would
about.
not allow it.
No, not allow it. It's too many people, and they know if they take off, it's somebody on the bench that's coming to replace them.
Lily Brissett. Now Ty Harris burns it up again. Tyasha Harris with another 3.
I think her and Destiny Henderson are in competition of who's going to hit more threes from the same spot in the corner. That's her second three-pointer in that spot.
Look at Emma here
Wow.
getting back on defense. She was drawn off, then turns around and gets the block. Harris. Now Emma here. Big rebound for Saxton.
Athletic ability on Saxton. She's an undersized post player, but I guarantee you she's going to jump with the tallest post player on the opposing team on any given night.
Panufnik with her first foul. Now checking on is Flantos, Lillian Flantos out of Lumberton, North Carolina, averaging just over 1 point per game. Saxton, first attempt is not there. She's a good free throw shooter, 8 of 13 coming into tonight. Gets the back end, and Carolina extends that lead. Already 61 points in the first half.
And I think most of it comes from their defense as well. I mean, they're causing a lot of havoc on the defensive end. That's just, going straight to the offensive end.
61-16. Aliyah Boston still with just as many points as USC Upstate has scored. In the last game, Carolina, we were going into halftime wondering if Appalachian State would even score.
Right.
It was 30 seconds until halftime before Appalachian State scored a bucket.
I mean, that's good. I think, speaking of Coach Staley, she wants her defense to get back to her old defense. Everybody knows Coach Staley's known for her, tenacious defensive teams. And I think she got away from it maybe 1 or 2 years, and now she's trying to get that back with this team. And as you see, that they've been causing a lot of havoc on the defensive end all season long so far. And this is so early in the game. So early in the season, excuse me.
Free throw is good to make it 61-18. Now USC Upstate with more points than Aliyah Boston. Brissett to Harris. Harris wants another 3. Yes. Oh, and Ty Harris gets hot. Watch out, because it's going to be a long, long night. And it could be a very long night for South Carolina Upstate, as Ty Harris and the Gamecocks just lighting up the nets. Ty Harris with yet another 3, Khadijah. Just burning it up tonight. Carolina leading as we go to halftime, 64-18. Ready to begin second half action and get this third quarter underway from Columbia, South Carolina, where it has been all Gamecocks from the time before we even started, because USC Upstate was whistled for a technical foul on a uniform violation. We had no opening tip-off. Instead, we started this game with South Carolina shooting free throws, and they made both of them. Then we started the clock. So before time even started, it was South Carolina ahead 2-0.
Here comes South Carolina defense, still tenacious. Zaya Cook starting off with the steal and missed layup.
Zaya Cook, the only Gamecock in the box score right now without a bucket, but she has 4 assists, and she really has not taken very many shots. Every Gamecock that has touched the floor so far has scored points. 2 players in double digits for Carolina, Ty Harris and Aliyah Boston. And Aliyah Boston doesn't block the shot there, Khadijah Sessions, but she certainly altered that shot.
I think Aliyah Boston does a really good job at, timing up her block shots, deciding which one she wants to send to the stands, and straight up, she's a really smart defender as well as just a smart all-around basketball player.
Kiki Herbert-Harrigan Over to Zia Cook. Now to Ty Harris. Ty Harris has hit three-pointers. So is Destiny Henderson. Upstate basketball. Here's Jada Logan, the 5'8 freshman. Passing off to Brianna Lewis. Left-handed dribble. Lewis kicks it out. Three-point try. Air ball. Ty Harris rebound. It gets a loose ball for Carolina. And it's the Gamecocks with the lead in the basketball. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan on the assist from Ty Harris.
Great find, patient, vet point guard, vet post player. Been connection for the last 3 years.
6 points now for Kiki. And 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 13 points for Tyisha Harris.
Great stat line for a point guard, and I think it's just going to get a little bit more interesting as this game keeps going on.
Khadijah Moore bottled up. Carolina swats it away. Bree Beal comes up with the loose ball. Zia Cook fends off 2 defenders. And Cook will go to the line. That was a great pass from Ty Harris.
Our great ball movement. It started with swinging the ball, getting the ball back out. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan swinging it to Tyisha Harris in the corner. Tyisha Harris, she's about to take a one dribble pull up her comfortable spot. Then she found that, Zia Cook hasn't scored. But you know what I'm thinking? Ty Harris knows that her leading scorer has not been on the board yet, so she's trying to find her a shot, and that's what you're supposed to do as a point guard. Find the person that needs to score and get their confidence up, and that's what she's doing, and that's a vet move right there.
And she gets Zia Cook in the box score now as
9 Gamecocks on the board.
She hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. (67-18) Carolina. Turn around in the lane is good there for Catherine Kirkwood. Or they'll wave it off. Harris, Cook, Boston, Herbert-Harrigan, and Bree Beal, the 5 on the floor. They started this game as the 5 starters as well. Inside to Boston. How about that recognition there by Zia Cook to find the freshman Boston, and Boston now with 18 points. That's her career high.
I mean, Boston never stopped working. She got the defense exactly where they wanted her.
Foul's going to be called on Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. As Lewis got her up in the air. She came down. It looked like Kiki, who now has 3 fouls, it looked like she came down on Lewis after Lewis had shot the ball.
Just like she tried to avoid the contact, but I think she still got her a little with the body. I think that's what the angle of the ref seen as well.
Big rebound, Kiki. 69-19 Carolina. 31 points away from 100. They scored 103 against Alabama State to open the season. Harris, could this be 3 number 4? Yes, it is, and she's got 1,000 points now, right? 1 away.
Yep, Tyisha Harris is 1 point away from 1,000 points in her career here at South Carolina. She's 4 for 5 from the three-point line, shooting the ball extremely well from behind the arc.
And think about this, Khadijah. She could have had that over 1,000 if she decided not to put Zia Cook in a situation where she could score. Boston, kick out. Bree Beal gets it over to Harris. Now Zia Cook for 3. She stuck it. She sticks the landing.
You should have seen her face after she made that happen. She looked straight over to Coach Staley and was like, oh, no.
And did you see Aliyah Boston run and grab her? I made this comment before the broadcasters, you and I chatting, Khadijah, and I mean this in the most loving way possible. This team, I think, we've talked about the chemistry. We've talked about the cohesion.
Right.
They're also a little goofy.
This team is very, very goofy. A lot of people wouldn't know if they don't pay attention to it.
Zaya Cook drains it.
She comes back, get a ball stuck in the corner, comes back with confidence and knocks the next one down. But you're never going to see a scorer stop trying to score. And Aliyah Boston there with an easy little block like,
this
is my house, right?
And she was just like, wait a minute, hold on, you're 5'3". I'm not going to make the most of it. I'm not going to show you up that much. Player change here for USC Upstate as Khadijah Moore comes back on. She's got 4 fouls, Khadijah Moore does, number 24. She takes the place of Catherine Kirkwood. Emma here back on for Carolina. Beal trots off.
I think Coach Staley moves maybe Kiki Herbert-Harrigan to the 3. So many different lineups that Coach Staley can go with. That's why South Carolina is so dangerous.
And we're waiting just to see if she'll play with everybody, Khadijah, and throw out a 5-guard set, and she can do it.
I think she can pull it off. Bria Beal is a really big guard with Lily Grissett. So
another big guard.
That's 2 big guards right there.
And then you put Destiny Henderson on the floor, Ty Harris.
Right. And USC Upstate trying to pick up the pressure a little bit.
75-19. Boston inside to Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Yes.
Nice quick spin by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, recognizing where the defense was.
That's a move that Kiki Herbert-Harrigan has that I think scouts really want to see. Her ability to score with someone on her in the paint like that. The way she can get separation. Gamecocks ahead now 77-19, 5:10 to play in the third. Ty Harris picks up her second personal foul. 5'10" senior out of Noblesville, Indiana. With 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists.
With this layup right here, Taisha Harris is going to get her
1,000
points.
Big smile on her face there. Her teammates recognize it as well, as Zaya Cook gave her a congratulations coming down the court. I don't think the fans realize it.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment, big accomplishment for Taisha Harris, being that she's a pass-first point guard. She's really capable of scoring the basketball, and I hope, on the next level that they see that. She's capable of knocking down shots and running the basketball team. She's going to be really, really good out on the next level.
Rebound, Boston. Oh, good pass ahead to Zaya Cook. Emma here. Puts it in. 81-19 now, Carolina.
South Carolina now is in a 1-2-2 zone.
Ty Harris almost just stripped that away. Oh, another block by Boston.
It's not much you can do in the paint with South Carolina's post players.
And Kiki Herbert-Harrigan will go to the line. 81-19 now here in Columbia. The most points scored against South Carolina this season in a complete game. Alabama State 43. USC Upstate, they may not score 30. Khadijah Moore gets her 5th foul. We'll be back after this. 81-19 Gamecocks. It's finally here. You can download the Disney Plus app right now and start streaming the best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic, all ad-free, wherever and whenever you want them. For more information, go to DisneyPlus.com. That's DisneyPlus.com. I must admit it, Khadijah Sessions, I binge-watched The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under last night, back to back. In South Carolina, if you're at USC Upstate, you're going to need some rescuing because it's just so difficult coming in against Aliyah Boston, but then you throw Ty Harris in the guard play in the mix.
That's tough. That's tough. It's tough.
1,001 points in her career now, Taisha Harris. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists for the senior. We may not see her again tonight, but if we did, it's not out of the realm of possibility that she could come in and drop a triple-double.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her come back in, because I'm sure the coach is looking at the same stat sheets we're looking at, and they're going to make sure something great happens on this great night of hers. Scoring 1,000 points, that's a really big accomplishment, so I want to congratulate Taisha Harris on that.
All 7 of her rebounds, defensive boards.
Point guard getting the ball out and pushing it for her teammates.
So at the line, Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. Kiki with 9 points tonight, 6 rebounds.
Make that 10, Bert. Third player in double figures.
Yes. Hits both shots. It's not entirely impossible for 3 Gamecock players to have a double-double tonight. When has that ever happened?
I don't know if that's ever happened.
I don't think that's ever happened since basketball has been played.
No, I don't. And I think Coach Staley went back out with her big lineup. She actually has Letitia out there on the wing playing the guard position.
Taken away by Upstate. And USC Upstate with the basket. One of the only bright spots so far for the Spartans. Transition basket. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan baseline underneath. Count it for Kiki.
Great take, great reverse, but let's not act like Victoria Sexton didn't clear that paint out for her teammate Kiki Herbert-Harrigan to make that play go.
Destiny Henderson rebound off the USC Upstate miss of that 3-point try. Emma here gets her miss and follows it up with a basket.
Now
Emma
she has 10 points, and that's the 4th Gamecock in double figures tonight.
4 players in double-digit scoring for Dawn Staley. Good shot there for Catherine Kirkwood. Sophomore from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, averaging just under 10 points per game.
Really nice touch there at the free throw line.
A good look by Kiki Herbert-Harrigan to Saxton on the cutter. And Victoria makes it count.
I think South Carolina's already have 26 assists on tonight.
Victoria Saxton and Destiny Henderson both with 9 points. So South Carolina already with 3 players in double-digit scoring. Or 4, rather. So you're looking at just being 1 point away from having 6 players with double-digit scoring.
And 3 close to a double-double.
No, nice pass from Emma here. And that one just rattled out of there from Kiki Herbert-Harrigan. 89-25 Carolina. Saxton cutting into the passing lane, taking it away, and here's Zia Cook. Cook, little stop and go, dribble drive, she's got it.
It's a great change of pace. She was patient. She seen that the right lane was open. She seen 2 defenders running at her, slowed it down, and then changed pace. That was a smart play right there by the freshman.
South Carolina 9 points away from hitting the century mark, and we've got 117 not left in this ball game. 117 left in this third quarter.
I don't think South Carolina's going to get to 100 this fast ever.
91-25, Gamecocks lead. (91-25) here in Columbia, South Carolina. Everybody having a good time, unless you are on that upstate side. 91 points for Carolina, just 9 away from 100. Now, they started the season opening up against Alabama State, scoring 103. That was the first time the Gamecocks had scored that many points. We could see that record fall here tonight. We have already seen where Carolina had 61 points in the first half. That was tying the most points in a half that Carolina has ever scored. We've got 4 players in double-digit scoring, so if you're a numbers person, this is the game for you. On the floor for Carolina, Grissett, Cook, Amahir, Henderson, and Saxton. And it is Saxton with the rebound. Destiny Henderson on the dribble with 9 points. She has been hot from the three-point line. She's also got 5 rebounds tonight. Good pass inside to Victoria Saxton.
Really good pass by Destiny Henderson, taking her time, letting her play set up and develop.
5 players now in double-digit scoring, as Victoria Saxton has 11. Pass ahead to Lily Grissett, and Lily will draw the foul. Saxton, Amahir, Herbert-Harrigan, Harris, and Boston, all in double digits. It's South Carolina, 7 points away from 100 points. And it's still in the third quarter.
I mean, I think South Carolina is doing a great job, because sometimes you can come into games like these and play to the level of competition, but they stayed with it, kept their defense and intensity up, and kept their foot on the gas. Each player that came in the game came out with really great intensity, and that's where you come in with a deep bench. You know, you make a sub and the game never changes, and here goes to show that.
Carolina ahead by 70 points, Khadijah. It's almost unfair.
And it starts with their defense. Their defense, you know, right here leads to their offense.
Zaya Cook lays it in. South Carolina, 97 points in 3 quarters of basketball. 97. This team right now, they are just 2 extra. 97 to 25.
They're on fire.
Carolina with the lead. After 3 quarters of play, South Carolina with 97 points. The 5th-ranked Gamecocks, 97 points. Upstate only with 25. South Carolina with 5 players in double-digit scoring. Aliyah Boston leads all scorers with 18. Actually, she's tied with Ty Harris with 18 points. Aliyah with a double-double. She's got 10. So that's her 3rd double-double of the season in 5 games. And Aliyah has scored in double-digit scoring every game that she's played this year. That's 5. She's 8 of 9 from the floor. The statistician for tonight, not ours, but the one that's sitting across the way, has her down for 2 blocks. I think that's incorrect. I think she has at least 5.
I think she has at least 5 too, Birch.
Ty Harris with 18 points. Kiki Herbert-Harrigan, 13. 11 for Victoria Saxton. 10 for Letitia Amahir. And Thompson on the floor for Carolina now, Olivia Thompson.
It's a great 3-point shot to start the 4th quarter by Lillian.
And Wesselek on as well, Elisa Wesselek. And this is a 5-guard rotation right now, essentially.
And Victoria Saxton's there to clean up the dirty work.
Almost a takeaway there by Saxton. Right side, looking for 3. Not there. Saxton, big board. Passes off to Destiny Henderson. Now Thompson back to Henderson. South Carolina, the assist to turnover ratio, 25 assists, 7 turnovers. On the other side for Upstate, 5 assists, 19 turnovers. Carolina 1 point away from hitting triple digits.
Now South Carolina has entered all the players on the roster.
Everybody will be on in the box score, and we'll probably see everybody score just like we did against Alabama State. Thompson dials it up. Yes!
I mean, she can sit the whole entire game and come in and knock down the three. I mean, that was no rim.
She did that against Alabama State. As soon as she gets into the ball game, she burns up the net with a three ball. So now everybody has scored, sans Wesolek, and she's yet to take a shot. She just entered the game, and you know they're going to give her a chance.
Right. And the South Carolina fans here love Aliyah Thompson. Every time she gets in the game, everybody's looking forward to exactly what she just did, hitting a three-point shot.
Because she is, you talk about unselfishness, she was the top player in the state of South Carolina coming out. She could have, I mean, she had her choice of schools to go to school for free.
Right.
But she wants to be a Gamecock, and she says, hey, I'll take a walk. I'm going to be a walk-on. She walks on, essentially, at Carolina. I mean, Dawn Staley offered, said, hey, come on. But she turned down a scholarship so it could go to someone else.
Right, and I mean, that shows you the character of Aliyah Thompson. I mean, she comes in, she works every day in practice, and she does whatever is asked of her. And here she's lined up for another three. She's probably
short on that one. Gamecock Saxton fighting hard for the rebound. Reset. Possession arrow, Gamecocks. And there's going to be a foul whistled instead. And Kuzmina coming on for the first time, number 15. Carolina 102 points. 28 for USC Upstate. Henderson whips it out. Emma here is trying to set one up for Wesolek. Pass too high.
Right, I think South Carolina right now has to do a better job. We're just taking care of the basketball.
Three-point try, not there. Thompson with the rebound for Carolina. 6:41 to play. Passes off to Henderson. Henderson, 1 point away from double-digit scoring. She's got 9. Dials up a 3. Boom.
Very, very unselfish play. Aliyah Thompson is a three-point shooter. They want her to shoot the ball every time she gets it. She had a wide open three, decided to take a one-dribble pull-up and get a point guard. Destiny Henderson, a three-point shot. And Destiny now is 4.
There's a 3, count it, for USC
4 for
Upstate.
6 for behind the arc.
That was Flantos with the three-pointer. South Carolina, all 5 starters with double digits, and then the 6th player coming off the bench, Destiny Henderson, double digits. 6 Gamecocks, double-digit scoring. Lily Reset trying to dial up a 3. Big rebound there for Wesolek. She'll take a tumble down, scrum for the ball, and it's going to be going towards the Gamecock side, out of bounds, off of Upstate.
I mean, the way the Gamecocks are hustling, it looks like they're down. They're getting the extra possessions. Everybody's getting in on the offensive rebounds.
Was there a time, Khadijah, where you and the 4 starters that you played with had double-digit scoring?
Not that I know of, Birch. I don't think so.
And
I mean, I think we got close to maybe 4
Yeah.
4 of us, but I don't think we could get that last person to get all 5.
Thompson fighting for the rebound, but it will go to Upstate. Air ball, blocked by Lily.
Block shots from all over the floor.
Two seconds on the shot clock. And Emma here. with the rebound for Carolina. Will hand off to Destiny Henderson. Will stop and go there for Destiny. Comes up short on the lay-in try. Next up for Carolina at Clemson on Sunday. And then Dawn Staley will take her team on vacation. They'll go visit the home island of Aliyah Boston. Oh, behind the back dribble in transition by
wow.
And it counts. And she'll go to the line.
Great ball handling and finish as well by Lily Grissett. And that shows you the growth of Lily Grissett from the past few years till now.
Take a look. Boy, Lily Grissett making it count even before that. Dribbling behind the back in transition. Dawn Staley wants her to be a guard, and Grissett saying, yeah, I can be a guard. Carolina leading 107-31. Lily Grissett at the line, trying to complete the three-point play. Dawn Staley having to put on her glasses to take a look at the line score just to make sure that what she's seeing is not a typo, and it is not. 107 points tonight for Carolina, and there's still 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this game. She's got 10 players who have scored points. 11, her entire team there have played tonight. She's got 6 players in double-digit scoring. She could have 7 if she put Zaya Cook back in to get a bucket.
I don't think that's going to happen tonight.
Rebound for Emma here.
Look how versatile she is. She went from coast to coast.
Olivia Thompson short on that 3. Rebound goes to Upstate with 3:52 remaining. Gamecock basketball, 3:39 to go. Will be Wesselek to inbounds. She'll pull the trigger. Hand off to Destiny Henderson. Henderson will run point. Looking at that 2-3 zone in front of her.
They only need one more person to score.
And that's Wesselek. If she gets 12. A basket, it will be the second time this season that everybody has scored that is played.
In the last 2-3 minutes, though, Burst, they got 4 turnovers.
(108-31). Wesselek hands off to Henderson. 2:56 to play. Wesselek splashes out. USC Upstate, we talk about South Carolina with 6 players in double-digit scoring. They don't have a single one.
I mean, I think this started with South Carolina's defense. They've been putting pressure on every single player of Upstate's basketball team and making it difficult for them to score the basketball.
They've held USC Upstate to 17% shooting from the floor, just 10 made field goals. Upstate has turned the ball over 21 times, and Carolina has out-rebounded Upstate 52-30. Victoria Saxon will check on. Emma here will get a breather. Emma here's played a good game, especially after she was in Canada over the weekend in Edmonton, having to play some high-level competition there. even the fans may get theirs tonight, Khadijah.
I think they're waiting for her to miss this so they can get their Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, not tonight. Not yet, fans. You have to wait. Henderson for three. Yes. Has she been on fire?
She's been on fire. That's her 5th three tonight. She's shooting the ball extremely well. South Carolina is shooting the ball really well from deep. I believe they are right now. They are at 13 to 14 three-pointers tonight.
You know, Dawn Staley is always looking at the box score during the timeout. She has that updated box score delivered to her, the line score, and she's very well aware of what's going on, and she knows her players, and she knows how to reward them. And if you're going to get 2 rebounds away from a double-double, she's going to help you out, and she's going to put you back on the floor.
That's right.
Victoria Saxton.
And that's what she does. I mean, I played for her, and I know what she does. Sometimes it's hard for us to know exactly what we have
because you're keeping up with your numbers.
Right. We keep. I mean, you look at the points. You can look at the board and tell your points and your rebounds and your assists. But sometimes we don't really know how close we are to something, and she'll tell us like, "I'm gonna put you back in to do this," but you're coming right out as soon as you get it. So she's good at that.
Victoria Saxton with 15 points. Checking back on is Flantos. She hit a 3 earlier, and she will take the place of Jada Logan. Spartans coming into this game 3 and 2. Just inside the 3-point line, Thompson, Grissett, and Saxton going for the rebound, but it's going to be a foul. Whistle on the Gamecocks. USC Upstate, their wins against Florida A&M, Western Carolina, and Mars Hill. Losses at East Carolina and at Jacksonville. So they have yet to win a road game.
See, South Carolina still hasn't stopped their pressure. They're up 111 to 32, and they're still bringing pressure.
Saxton going all the way, out of control. Actually, it's a foul whistled on Upstate. I thought she may have been set, but Maya Timberlake was moving with Saxton. So Saxton at the line, 111 points here tonight. 13 points, 8 rebounds for Victoria. She is one of 6 Gamecocks in double-figure scoring. She scored 13 points and had 6 rebounds. That was her season high against Dayton. Now she's surpassed that as far as scoring goes and rebounding.
Gamecocks have 4 post players in double figures. So when you're looking at the box score tonight, Clemson, I think you have to prepare for this post players. But also, if you're looking at this box score, you got to defend the 3.
Yeah. What a night for numbers here in Columbia, South Carolina, as the Gamecocks outmatch the Spartans 112 to 32. Khadijah, I said I don't think Upstate would score 35. I was right. 3 points away from that. What a night here in Columbia. 6 players in double-digit scoring. Up next for Dawn Staley's squad, a road trip to Clemson, and then they'll play in the Paradise Jam in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Most points scored in the Dawn Staley era, 111.
112.
was against Savannah State. They get 112 here tonight.
Hey, I was on that team. I was on that team right there. Hey, what's up? We had 111. I don't even remember that.
Well, tonight it is broken as South Carolina takes down USC Upstate 112-32 for our entire crew in Columbia, South Carolina. From our broadcast partner, Khadijah Sessions, I am Birch Antley.